Good day, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're hearing me from. Yeah, so this video is mainly going to be talking about everything that has gone wrong in that video that most of you must have seen online. But before I go into that, I want to ask you one question. If you were the husband of that woman, what would you have done? While you are still pondering on that, let's hit the intro.
Highlights. Hi everyone, wherever you are hearing me from. Hi, you're welcome back to Light Talks with Lisa. I know that most of you may be like, I'm always the bringer of bad news. I am not the bringer of bad news, but we must use experiences and news or things that we see to learn. Okay, so now a lot of you have been hearing fear women, and I asked a question before we started this podcast. I asked, if you caught your wife on your matrimonial bed with the pastor, your pastor or whatever, what will you do? And I'm expecting some comments from this question. Now, there's something I need to let everyone understand, and I'm going to be reading from my notepad. There is something that we must know, and that is the fact that the consequences of cheating when it comes to men and women are not the same. Now, first of all, I know I'm really just talking up and down, but it's because I was really disgusted by the video. Most of you must have seen the video of a married woman, a married pregnant woman that was caught on bed with her pastor. Her husband caught her actually, and that's what has been trending. And in fact, men have been saying take 2 hours to fear women, take 3 hours to fear women. As I can't even speak for any woman. I feel the only person I can speak for is myself. Now I'm going to start with the person I pity the most in this situation. The person I pity the most in this situation is the unborn child. The child is going to suffer for the consequences that happened while the child was still in the womb, because there's no man on earth who will have such a child and will look at that child with love. Mind you, it's not the child's fault, but the mother. The consequences of cheating are different. We as women need to understand that the reason why some men get away with cheating is because they've trained us right from day one. Oh, don't let a man touch you this way. Oh, don't let a man do this to you. Oh, don't let a man come. Don't. There are lots of don'ts. Who do they want us to be scared of or to take note of? It's still the men. Now, we have been taught all this because we are always on the losing end. Now, I want to first start with this statement. A man cannot forgive a woman in such a situation. Why? Because men hardly forgive women that cheat on them. Now, I want you to search within yourself. Tell me instances of men that had women that cheated on them. Like after they forgave them, things went, the same. Things went smoothly. The ratio of the failure, or the ratio of those who succeeded in that, is lower than those who didn't succeed. Because when you forgive a woman that cheats on you, she believes that, oh, I can do it again and again and again and again. Now, mind you, I am not trying to justify cheating, but even the Bible talks more about men, then children and the women are by the side. So it's more like it's a man's world. And I'm not trying to bring nobody should bring any social-cultural norm here. I'm just trying to tell you what is the reality of life. Now, a lot of women need to understand that we should not be allowing these male home breakers to spoil our homes. We should not allow them into our homes. We should not allow them spoil the house that was given to us by life. Now, a lot of us were in our father's houses. We left and decided to copulate with a man and form a new generation. Now that becomes your house. It becomes your home. The moment you allow somebody to come in and spoil it for you is the moment you start becoming a foolish woman. Take note of what I just said now. Now, this woman is going to be blamed a lot. Why? Because a lot of us were taught while we were little to learn to say no. The only time when there may be exceptions during times of, forceful stuffs and all that. But as long as it was consensual, there was consent, it is going to be termed as the woman is the culprit. No matter how much we try to cover it up, oh, this woman, oh, they are against women, it is never going to favor us. I tell you, the moment you start understanding that, the better for you. These men will always get away with this. These men will always get away with this. Take for instance Samuel Bosu. Now I need to tell you this. The consequences for cheating is very different. Like now, now look at this pastor. Look at this pastor. If he goes back to his wife, though I heard that they are no more, that they use their hands to take their own lives, so I cannot for sure tell you that it's true. But if I find out that it's true, I'll let you know in the description below or in the comment section. For those who are listening to the audio, I'll let you know in the description. But for those who are listening on the YouTube channel, I'll let you know in the comment section. Now, a lot of us need to understand that the consequences for the men is lower than for the women, because women have been given this high pedestal. There's this high moral pedestal that is so high that when a woman tarnishes it, it is so hard to get back to where she can gain her respect. A woman's moral standards is what gives her her respect. The time we start knowing all these things, the better for us. And mind you, we have children that will still grow tomorrow, and what we do today, some of their mates will take it back and use it against them and bully them in school and insult them. And even when some of our daughters want to get married, they will use some of the things that we have done, that we posted online, to judge us and judge our children. So why then do we do what we do, knowing fully well that we are not going to be young forever? A lot of us need to understand that the consequences are very different. I keep on saying it. I've been saying it and saying it and saying it because I get angry when I see a lot of women being brainwashed. Oh, you are married. A man is telling you, oh, beautiful woman. Oh, my husband doesn't tell me I'm beautiful. So. Can't you discuss with your husband? Can't you find ways to make it come out of his mouth? Even if you are angry that that's the way he is, didn't you know he was that way before you got married to him? There are lots of things that we need to understand. Marriage is not a bed of roses, and once you enter, you need to be committed full time. Most of the time, we do not know that the life of that marriage lies in our palms as women. It's so sad that most of us don't know this. Which takes me to the second thing I want to say. Why do women follow some pastors foolishly? There were calabashes on the floor, candles, red and black calabashes. Those things or those colors symbolize rituals. And now I'm not against anybody's religion, but since you claim you're a pastor, you are for Christianity, right? So what are those calabashes doing on the floor? Not forgetting that the woman may have been brainwashed or voodoo may have been used on her, but I'm not trying to justify whatever that she has done. But still, why do we allow these men into our lives, knowing fully well that what he's telling you to do is adultery? I was so angry when I saw the video. Everybody I showed that video to, including the females, in fact, most of the females were like, I'm sure the pastor is the father of this child, or he may have used the destiny of that child for something else, for rituals, for voodoo, for whatever, for this, for that. We need to understand that everything that we do it will always come back to us. Like, it will always come back to us, whether we like it or not. So we need to use our brains. We need to think well. We need to think well. We need to know that whatever we are doing it will still come back to us. Like, it will still come back to us in tenfold. And we are in an era of multimedia where everything that we do will always be used against us tomorrow. We always come back to us. You go to meet a pastor will tell you, you need to come to my house for prayers. Come to my house for prayers to do what? Even sometimes you go to the church, or I can't call it a church, that is an insult to my religion. Sometimes you go to the prayer house and then they tell you to do this and this, and he tells you, I need to put my seed into you for this to happen. And you agree to something like this, knowing fully well that is adultery. How do we think? How do we think? Yes, I know that I'm ranting today. I'm ranting because a lot of us need to hear this. A lot of we women don't like hearing the truth. And that's why a lot of us have been messing up. We need to do better. We really, really need to do better. Even if you claim that he's your pastor, does being a pastor justify wrongdoing? They are even prone to doing wrong, because for goodness sake, what is wrong is wrong. Be it a pastor or a religious leader, whatever that is wrong is wrong. I don't want to know whosoever it is, but whatever that is wrong is definitely wrong. I tell you, Samuel Bosu cheated on his wife, but the consequences were very different. Who did people call out? Samuel Bosu. Why? Probably because, he has a moral standing. He's a prophet. No, I won't call him a prophet. He's a musician who sings Christian music and all that. Fine. But I want to ask you, did his wife call him back? Of course she did. Why? Because men will be men. We need to stop giving these men that go about breaking homes the opportunity. We need to realize that the power lies in our hands. How? You keep on saying, he seduced me, but he didn't force you, did he? People will ask that question. Did he hold you by the shirt? No. You agreed to. Just like animals do. When animals are wooing, probably when it's a heat period, because I have to use that for you to understand. During heat periods, when the man, like the male animal, is trying to woo the female, it is only when the female agrees that copulation happens. True or false? That is the only time that copulation happens. So if you keep on saying no to these men, I bet you will do yourself a lot of good. We need to really stop giving them the opportunity to spoil our homes. These are homes that were given to us to take care of and build a generation that will grow and build another generation. There are lots of broken homes just because of things like this. So it's a very, very sad situation. When I see things like this, I am disgusted, I am angry, I'm frustrated. And I don't even know how to support my gender, because indeed we need to fear women. Why don't we just like to listen? Why don't we like to use our brains? Why do we use our hearts most times to think? Now, this man won't accept his wife anymore. If I was a man, I can't accept her. I have to be honest with you. Because how can she train my children when there is no moral? She's not morally upright. Do you see where I'm going now? Do you see where I'm going to? Men see women as the moral person in the home. Even if he messes up, the woman will always teach her children the right things to do. We need to stop allowing pastors and prophets, because there are lots of fake pastors and prophets out there. We need to stop allowing them to brainwash us. there is a difference between right and wrong. We have gotten to a situation in this world where we allow what is right to be said as wrong, and we allow the wrong things to be marked as right. How do we think? There is more to you being a woman. You as a woman have the power. You have the power to move a lot of things, but we do not use our power to do the right things. Now, that takes me to the third thing I wanted to talk about. Why do we do what we do, forgetting we could get caught and spoil everything? I just talked about it. She was making this noise. Why are you now fidgeting? Why are you fidgeting? Why do we cry when we get caught? Why do we even do it in the first place when we know that it is wrong? Is it because we know that we will not get caught? Like, I wonder, what are we actually thinking? What do we think? What do we actually think when we do all these things? I'm ashamed. When I went on Twitter today, I just couldn't even justify any woman. In fact, everybody's on their own. You have to prove yourself by yourself. Nobody can actually speak for anybody right now. Now, I'm not saying the men can do whatever they want, but as a woman, you need to really check yourself. Your children are looking up to you. People look up to us because we are the ones who are the morally upright people in the society. But we are really, a lot of things are changing. Now, this is for the men. A lot of you keep on saying, fear women, fear women. Some of you have mothers. Some of you have sisters. Some of them have wives. Will you say because of what is happening, you won't marry? No. In as much as we are saying fear women, men also have their role to play. Now, if you notice, I have not talked about the pastor because I want to talk about him now. Men need to understand that this brainwashing that they do is not helping matters. But still, as a woman, you need to learn to say no. I keep on saying this. No. N-O, no. Because I can't even say much about this man. Who let him into the house? The woman. Who opened the door? The woman. Who took off her, what she was wearing? The woman. Who allowed him on their matrimonial bed? Still the woman. This matter is enough to make someone very weak. I mean, very, very weak. We need to do better. We need to do better. Now, moving along. Calabashes were on the floor. Candles were on the floor. Why do we choose to meet fake pastors that are actually posing? There are fake pastors who are posing as herbalists and traditional doctors. I have nothing against anybody's religion. You can choose to worship God the way you want to. But I am a Christian. And if you say you're a Christian, you have no business with idol worshiping or red calabash or red cloth or candles. Now, we do not even know what happened. She's pregnant. There are ritual things on the ground. She has a husband who will still meet her through copulation. And a lot of things happen when copulation happens. A lot of spiritual things happen in copulation that we do not want to go into. But they are actually happening. And we choose to ignore them. Why the candles on the floor? Why the short candles, red candles, calabash, black and red, this, that, frying pan? What are you using all those things for? I even saw by the corner there were baby things. There were baby things that she may have been using for, she may have wanted to use for her unborn child. Why do we choose to do things like this? I want to advise women, we need to step up. Nobody's a saint, I agree, but we need to step up. I keep on saying this. Stop allowing these home breakers, these male home breakers, wreck your homes. Stop allowing them. The consequences for them is less than the consequences to our gender. When it comes to our gender, the consequences are too high. Too high. We need to do better. I won't show the video, but I will drop a link for the video for those that want to watch. I think I will actually have to create a folder so that you can actually go there and watch, because I bet you won't like what you will see. We really need to do better. We really need to do better. I tell you, we really need to do better. And I pity that child. If they are still alive, like I said, I'm still yet to confirm the story. But if they're still alive, this is a permanent mark for that woman. Nobody is talking about the man. You must always know this. Nobody will talk about the man. Nobody will ever talk about the man. You really need to know that only the woman will be talked about, because she is the one who gave the consent. So I hope I'm able to tell somebody, if you're about to do such a thing, please, I won't tell you what to do, but you know what to do if you really listen to what I've just said these past few minutes. So lights, wow, this is very disturbing. And I don't always plan to come and talk about bad news. Actually, I've talked about a love story. Thank God their love story moved. So it's not only bad news I come here to give, but I always try to use stories that I see to explain a lot of things, because we need to understand that the world is changing more and more, and bad things are actually being marked as good. Cheating is bad, whether you like it or not. I will not stop saying the truth. Those who want to believe the truth will always stick here. So my beautiful light family, don't forget that we are on other audio streaming platforms. That you can check them in the description below. I will drop the link for you all. And I want to say thank you to those who have been supporting this channel. This YouTube channel has over 1 million views and counting. I never believe I would make 1 million views before the end of December. In fact, I had a very short duration. I had a very short milestone for this channel, but you guys proved me wrong, and I want to say thank you. So yes, if you want to see the video, you check the link in the description. I'll leave the link in every description for every audio streaming platform, so you can go there and watch. Viewers discretion, please. I have to drop that also. So I will see you in my next video. I will really try to be dropping more podcasts. If you've not subscribed to this YouTube channel, please make sure you do so, and also subscribe. That's, follow this audio streaming platform for other podcasts to come. And I'll see you in my next video. Please always try to be sane, and always try to know what is right and what is wrong. I will see you in my next video. I love you as always. I would have blown a kiss, but I'm not really in the best of moods right now. So I will see you in my next video. Bye.